This is Ella. She's like 6 months old, I think. I'm going to be training her for a little bit while we are dog sitting her for about 4 days. So I'm going to start teaching her, puppy manners and basic obedience commands, and just really instilling in her a foundation of like how to respond to training and how to train. So yeah, let's get started. So this is a clicker and this is a clicker. They come in many different forms and sizes, but as long as it makes that sound when you press it, that's all you need it to do. So I'm going to be using a clicker today, but if you want to, you can use a verbal marker like the word yes or good. It works the exact same way. Anything I teach you, you can do it with that too. Especially for dogs who are scared of clickers. Most dogs aren't, but some dogs, the sound does startle them, and that's the opposite reaction of what you want them to, think is like, it's supposed to be like a happy thing, like, yes, you did it, and then you give them the treat. This marks the exact moment of the right thing they did. So say you tell your dog to sit. The minute that the rear end touches the ground, you click, and then you deliver a treat like a second later. So you don't have to be right on top of giving them the treat. This is the marker that tells them exactly what they did right. So they're not like, oh wait, was it because I did this other thing that I got the treat? So it's very precise way of training, and it just gives really good results, and dogs tend to love it as a game. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is have your dog in front of you. It's really easy. You just click the clicker, then you feed a treat. Just repeat that a few times. There you go. Until when they hear that sound of the clicker, they start to expect a treat. And that's what you want. One quick tip is to not move your hand until after you have clicked the clicker, because you don't want them to be distracted by the movement as being the cue instead of the clicker sound. I'm gonna, yay. Sit. Good. Rewarding her for staying. Break. Good job. And you can practice to get your timing really, really spot on. You can practice by having, creepy puppy. You can practice by, clicking every time some certain thing happens. And then you can practice it actually on your dog, and that can help you. Sit. Good. Good job. Great. So now to test if she is expecting the treat after she hears the sound, I'm going to give her a treat in the grass. And then I'm going to click, and if her head turns back towards me, then I'll know that she's like, oh, a treat, when she hears this sound. Ella. My bad, she was still sniffing. Ella. Good job. Okay. Good. I'll wait until she gets kind of distracted. Yeah! See how her head came back to me? She was like, ooh, I hear that sound. Exactly what we want. Oh. Very nice eye contact. Yeah! Good job. Good break. Very good. So you just practice that in a few short training sessions throughout the day. They should catch on pretty quickly. Just want to make sure that they are, and then you can move on to training other things. Sit. Good. Great. So real quick, I'll show how you would do that with a verbal marker instead of the clicker. So I'm just going to say, get her attention real quick. Out. Yes. And then feed her. You say it pretty much in the same tone every time you say it, so that is very much, it's not really praise, it's more of to mark exactly what they did right. So you can say, good girl as praise and stuff, but when you're going to use your marker word, I'm going to say it very distinctly and clearly. Ella. And then give him the treat. Yes. Ella, sit. Yes. Good girl. Sit. Yes. Break. Yes. Good girl. She's good with her release cue. Alrighty, that's it for now. And stay tuned for our next video.